Hey guys, just had some free time. It's Saturday, and so just wanted to give a shout out to John Mangini for sharing my channel on his page. Really appreciate that, John, from the Mangini collection. Thank you so much for sharing. Sharing my channel with all of your followers. Definitely appreciate that. Wanted to go through a few cards that I have. That just really wanted to highlight recent pickups, just kind of going through my collection. And you could probably hear my daughter in the background here, but my wife has my other girls at a cheerleading competition. So at any rate, figured I'd film this real quick and get it up, and just kind of wanted to talk about some cards. The first one is this 1936 R32 Rogers Hornsby. I've built a Rogers Hornsby collection over the last few months. Very underrated. Probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, second baseman of all time. So, and this stuff is just not worth what you would expect it to be worth. This is a 4. I bought this. It was actually in an older SGC 4.5, and I resubmitted it, and it came back a 4, which was a little frustrating. But just a great looking card. I love these. They're like oversized, as you can see. And SGC slabs them in these giant slabs. But just really like the look of this. This is like a later playing days card of his. Obviously he was towards the end of his career here, but phenomenal player, phenomenal card. Just love it. It's a little off-centered, top to bottom and left to right. But other than that, a 4 for a 1936, I'll take this every day. So I wanted to chat about that one. The next one, recent pickups. This one's crazy to me. This is wild. This is a piece of Rogers Hornsby's bat and this came from the legendary Lumberjacks collection in 2001. So I would imagine Donruss got a hold of one of his bats and put some of his bats. And so I think I paid like $15 for this. It's in horrible condition, but to own a piece of one of the greatest of all time's bat for $15, like I couldn't say no. And I got this one on ComC. It was just a really awesome card. So wanted to share that one with you in the vein of Rogers Hornsby. Just thought that was really neat. The next card I have is a 1975 Topps Reggie Jackson. I saw this card and was like, man, I like the 75s for whatever reason. I am like they're just awesome. I was born in 85 and started collecting. So all my stuff was like 87 to 94. That was my main, when I was collecting. And so didn't really know about this set too much, but then saw Dylan with Double D's Vintage talking about the Topps minis, Robin Yount, and some of those. And I just saw this and was like, man, this is really cool. I thought it was a little better centered from the pictures on eBay, but I paid like next to nothing for this. And I'm pretty sure in 1976, Reggie won the MVP. So, I figured I'd put this in one of my slabs. I just really think this is a cool looking card, and like the colors and everything on it. I also like the bordering, on my label there. So I love the Bigfoot on the back from the Suits collection. So just thought that was really neat, and appreciate the inspiration from Dylan, kind of learning more about these. The next one I want to show. So yeah, I can run through. I bought a collection of autographs. I have a buddy who, essentially grew up getting autographs with his dad. And the next one I wanted to talk about is this Curt Flood autograph. So I know a guy at JSA and sent him pictures of all of these, and we're like, well, these pass? And he's like, yes, they're good to go. And so I was like, I'm just going to put these in my slabs, because at the end of the day, it's just cool to own autographs, and they're real, but just really thought this was a cool looking card. It's personalized, which I don't really care. It's Curt Flood was one of the one of the best, and really a pioneer in terms of being able to negotiate and get fair wages for players. And so I thought this was like a really neat card. And autograph, and I saw it and was like, man, I've always wanted to own a Curt Flood autograph and never I haven't really pursued it too much, but it was like, man, this is really neat. So he had this in his binder, and sent some pictures to my friend at JSA, and he was like, man, that's you're good to go there. So got that one. The next one is one of the greatest relievers of all time, and Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. This is another one he got when he was a kid with his dad, and just thought this was cool. Eckersley, I remember him being, man, he played for a lot of teams. I don't remember him being a Cub at all. So this is from 86 Fleer. I was born in 85, so this card was, I was 1 when this card was made, and, just love the look of his really cool signature. Love the blue on the Suits collection label as well, and just thought this was like a really cool example of a autograph of a Hall of Famer, and so wanted to show that one off. The next one is this Gary Carter. Obviously, Carter is deceased, but Hall of Fame catcher, phenomenal player, career WAR of 70.2. I saw this, and I thought the signature with the black just looked really neat, with the fact that he was on the Giants in this card. And so, just wanted to kind of share this one as well. Just love the look of this. I think it's a great looking card. And man, for my buddy hooked it up in terms of like the price I paid for all of these. Which is really nice. The next one is probably the best one out of all of them, and I've shown this one on my channel before, but it is the 1989 Donruss Baseball's Best Randy Johnson autographed. And so this card is interesting to me because, number one, I don't really see a lot of these signed. Which is interesting. And you can really make out his signature there. You can make out Johnson. So I would say this is probably an earlier autograph. I don't know if it's probably not from 89, but I just thought this was like a really cool example. And again, I haven't seen any of these. This is an autographed rookie. So I thought this was really cool. And honestly, I may send this into PSA at some point, just because the value is a lot higher on something like this than some of the other ones, having this sorted. So if I ever do, want to maybe possibly move it or something, I would be able to do that. But just really, really, really like this one. This was kind of the gem of them. And then the next one is one that my buddy had, and it's actually Pete Rose. I think I may have owned a Pete Rose autographed baseball at one point, but really liked the look of this card as well. I thought this was just really cool. It's weird seeing him on the Phillies, but it's, all-star card from Pete Rose. And again, sent pictures of all of these to my buddy at JSA, so know that one is, good to go. And obviously, rest in peace, Pete. You will be missed. And hopefully at some point you'll get into the Hall of Fame because you deserve it, in my opinion. Next one, 94 Collector's Choice. This was like the set that I collected back in the day. But Jim Thome, just a phenomenal home run hitter, and 612 for his career. But love the look of this. Thome with the Indians. He played for a lot of different teams as well, but this was his first team, the Indians. So just thought this was cool, and an example of a Hall of Famer as well. The last one that I wanted to highlight from this collection is the 93 Topps John Smoltz auto that was also in this collection. And just love this. This is just really neat. Smoltz, big time, pitcher, is Maddox, Smoltz, and Glavine there for the Braves for those many years. And so love the look of 93 Topps. This is when I was collecting. So I remember opening packs of 93 Topps. I have a pretty good memory of going to church camp, and they had like a snack shop or snack stand outside of the church camp. It was like outside. It was hot in Texas, and I remember opening packs of these, just searching for like a Topps Gold, because I thought those were so cool. I think they might have been like one per pack or one per box or something like that. But just really like the look of this, and it's cool. It takes me back seeing that card as well. The next one I want to talk about is not autographed. So this one, I trade every once in a while on Veriswap, and traded some modern stuff that I have for this 1963 Topps Roger Maris. Really nicely centered. Obviously not in the best shape in terms of like that bottom right corner, but very well centered. And I was just like, man, I might as well go for it. And so Maris, I have an interesting story about Maris. My wife's grandma actually dated Roger Maris when he was in Keokuk, Iowa, and was engaged to him. And she broke it off with Maris and actually ended up marrying my wife's grandpa instead. And so my wife exists because her grandma didn't get engaged to Roger Maris. But very cool story about Maris, and kind of a wild thing. So I kind of have a weird connection with Maris. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. But wanted to share that with you as well. I got two more cards to show here today. The next one, and I'm not sure if I've shown this one on my page before, but in the vein of showing like Hall of Famers or future Hall of Famers, I wanted to show this Carlos Beltran. I bought this for like $20 on eBay a few years ago, and just love the look of 98 Bowman's Best with the refractor. Oh my goodness, like that is just beautiful. But Beltran, I would imagine, will be in the Hall of Fame at some point. He was pretty close this year to getting in, but wanted to just share this one with you as well. Well, there's that. And then finally, last but not least, the biggest contract in sports history, I believe, Juan Soto, 2021 Finest Flashbacks. This is the gold refractor. So 94 Finest. I remember being a kid, and my family we weren't like well off or anything. We were, middle to low, probably even lower class. But I remember always wanting the 94 Finest set in a refractor. And in 2021, they put these out, and I just think these are just, oh man, it takes me back to my childhood. Just so cool. And Soto obviously is on a career trajectory for just greatness. The serial number, I'm only one away from his jersey number of 22, but that was kind of a bummer. But man, I just can't. This design, for whatever reason, is probably my favorite design from the 90s. I had a David Cone, and it was a base. And I remember thinking it was like such a cool looking card back in the day, because I couldn't afford opening packs of 94 Finest, but just love the look of this and think it's just such a cool card. Actually, I have one more for you, and that is this 2024 Topps Update Paul Skeens. This is I'm not sure what this parallel is called, but Skeens obviously set the world on fire last year. Everybody's chasing Skeens. I still rip packs every once in a while, and I hit this in one of the blaster boxes that I opened. I don't open a lot, but hit this and thought this was a really cool card. It's definitely a PSA 9. The foil board, for whatever reason, on these gets damaged really easily, so that edge is not good. But man, it's just so cool to like. There's so many cool like Paul Skeens cards out of 2024 update, and so wanted to share that one with you as well. Man, again, just wanted to say thank you to John Mangini for shouting out my channel. That was like out of nowhere, and honestly, it made my day yesterday. So really appreciate that, John. I hope you guys have a great Saturday and Sunday and rest of the next week. I hope it's well. I'm going to try to continue posting, but wanted to just share this quick update with you. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping in, and we'll chat soon. Bye.